All right, welcome everyone to episode 2 of the Restless Nerd Podcast. This is your host Tom, and I'm accompanied by my brother.
How's it going again?
Again, for the second time. We survived, we made it.
I'm
One extra
surprised.
podcast. All right, we got a lot of spicy topics today. We got the spicy stuff. And I also have coffee with me today. Oh no, I'm disappearing on my stream. This is the issue I was having yesterday. I was trying to get the stream set up, and OBS keeps messing up my green screen, and it makes me disappear.
Oh.
Even though it's the opaque is set all the way to 100%, it still makes me disappear, and then I have to keep editing it. I had to completely wipe it out and start it over just to get it to work, but whatever.
You should try out the what is that called? The XSplit VCam. You should try that.
Oh,
See if that helps you. Well, that costs money, I know.
yeah. I used XSplit back in the day. It was free for like a period of time. I think because of the graphics card that I had, and it worked pretty good. That was before OBS became all huge and everybody started using it.
Oh yeah, I forget. Are you using normal OBS or Streamlabs
I'm
OBS?
using Streamlabs.
Okay. I know some people aren't. They're not too big on it.
I have my little overlays here and there, which I think my one overlay doesn't even work the way it's supposed to. I'll probably just get rid of it. Just have my face. I really just use it for transitions. If I got to do like an intermission or something like that. I just like the broadcast setup for it.
Yeah.
But the topics today, they uh they range. We're gonna continue with talking about PS5 today, which is what we were talking about 2 weeks ago for the first episode, because the big announcement happened and all this stuff has been going on. So we'll talk about that a little bit. We have some Apex Legends news, everybody's favorite. Some Pokemon news, some good for some people. Other people aren't very happy about it. And then we have some Mixer news, my favorite place that I streamed on for like almost a year. And some streamer news regarding Dr. Disrespect. So we'll start with the PS5. So our friends over at Amazon France decided to leak some information. Usually it's pretty accurate when Amazon leaks some stuff, but it's saying that right now in euros, it's going to be 499.99 for a regular PS5, and the release date is like November 22nd or November 20th. So we'll see how that goes. What are
So,
your
do, do,
thoughts?
do you know how much that is in American dollars?
So in American dollars, because of course our money is worthless now. It's like 450 roughly. I mean, $550 or a little bit more than that. I think when people convert it, it's like 560 or something like that. But I see them, lowering the price a little bit to like a more round number, like 550. But you never know. They could just make it 500 euros and 500 US dollars. Because
Yeah.
some of the gaming companies do that pretty often. They don't do like accurate one to one pricing from place to place.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of figured it has to be over $500. I feel like there's no way that Sony can pack as much in as they have and sell it for even 450. I feel like that's such a stretch with the whole amazing graphics, better than PC, specialized SSD. There's no way you can fit that in for, you know, under $400
Yeah,
or maybe even under 450.
yeah. There's a lot of stuff getting jammed in there. Oh, we got a viewer, Tommy Boy. welcome to the podcast. Yeah, but in regards to the PS5, like you were saying, they're jamming a lot of stuff in there, and pricing is gonna be more on par with what the what PCs are working with, because you're having these touting all this ray tracing and all this RAM that's getting thrown into it and the SSDs and how high tech they are. You have to imagine that the pricing is going to be pretty high. So when this leak came out, it seems relatively accurate to what's going to happen. But also, Xbox is going to be very competitive with this because there's rumors that they're coming out with the way PS5 has the digital edition. The Xbox Lockhart is the code name for it, and they're saying the rumor for that is like $300, but supposedly it might just be a 1080p system, where it's not. It has hardware where it can run the Series X games, but it's not going to run them at 4K or 8K capacity. So that'll be interesting if that's true.
Yeah, I mean, even with the consoles that we have right now, how we have the PS4 Pro and the Xbox Series X, still when I watch gameplay, the fact that it's not running at, over 30 frames per second, and sometimes the resolution just isn't that great, it kind of takes away. So I was watching some of the Last of Us 2 cinematics,
Mm-hmm.
and, the game looks great. It's just it doesn't run as smoothly as I wish it would. And I feel like for this next generation, we're going to end up on the same boat where it's like we have all these high expectations and it'll be great in certain aspects, but in others, it just won't meet the mark.
Yeah, I could see that. And speaking of The Last of Us 2, I can see them. They did the same thing with Last of Us 2 that they did with Last of Us. They release it right towards the end of the console life, and then watch them release a remastered version or something with the new console, so that they can try and make some more money.
Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah, it'll probably run higher frame rates, all that stuff. More realistic water. That's what we need. We need more realistic water. That was the
Ray
thing for the
traced water.
longest with graphics. It was like, how realistic does the water look? Because at a certain point, you can only make human type people look so realistic in a video game. You can only push that so far. So at a certain point, it's just going to be like this generation. It's more environment focused than it is focused on making the people inside of the game look real or anything like that. But don't worry, NBA has realistic sweat.
Oh yeah, that's like in Call of Duty. What was it? I think it might have been Ghost, where they showed off the hairs on the arms. Said, yeah, look at how realistic those hairs are.
Yeah, you got to see those hairs. Well, that was the thing when 4K, 1080p happened and then 4K happened. It was like, ooh, you can see the pores in people's faces when you're watching a movie. And I was like, I don't care what their pores look like.
Yeah,
It's like, yeah, I know it's clear, but it's a little much. But yeah, it's going to be interesting this console war. 'Cause it's always a console war. I'm indifferent either way. As you can see from my visor, anybody actually watching the podcast, uh, I do like PlayStation, but I'm not a fanboy that I'm gonna be upset either way. I mean, I like Xbox games. I like Gears of War. It's one of my favorite games. I have a Marcus Phoenix on my desk, so it'd be good if they both did good. But we'll see what happens. We'll see how it all goes. All right, the next topic for tonight is Apex Legends news. Apex Legends is going to be on Switch, and there will be cross-platform play they're working on. So they're doing the Fortnite tactic. You get your free-to-play game, you put it on as many systems as possible, and then you make sure you get your cross-platform in there. Get all the little kiddies asking their moms and dads for money so they can buy skins and stuff. So What do you think about this being a former Switch owner? I'm a current
Uh,
Switch owner, but I will not be playing Apex on my Switch.
um, I mean, so much stuff is getting announced for Switch recently, and it's like you can't buy one. There's only so much you could do. But I would say in the scenario that I do end up getting my hands on a Switch, I'll probably download it. Probably won't play it often. I mean, I have a PC, so there's not really a reason, but as far as Apex Legends itself goes, I love it. I think it's probably the best executed battle royale that there is. So it's a possibility, but seeing how Fortnite runs on Switch, I can't imagine that, Apex is going to be anything special.
Don't worry, there's aim assist.
Uh,
It'll be fine. They'll just put a ton of aim assist on it so people can play. Oh wait, it's going to include motion control support and gyro aim functionality. So don't worry, you don't have to use the joysticks to aim for Apex Legends on Switch. You can just point your Switch at the person you want to shoot. So that'll be interesting. But I like the thing I haven't really played Apex Legends a lot, but I like the non-building factor. That's the thing that turns me off from Fortnite. It's just too much extra. I mean, and that's saying a lot too. Saying that I didn't play Fortnite for the longest. I played again like 2 weeks ago for the first time in forever, and uh, I got fifth place, and I didn't build anything. Well, it's a lie. I built like two walls, but other than that, I didn't build anything, and I got fifth place. So, I mean, the building factor is just, I guess, a extra feature. I'm not, ninja tier building,
Hey,
but
you know what? I think they need to put sliding into Fortnite. That's my favorite thing about Apex.
no
Wherever
sliding.
you're at, you run, you just slide.
Yeah, I like sliding in Modern Warfare.
Yeah.
It comes in handy. But I've had an easier time sliding in on PS4 than I do on PC, just because trying to reach the control key on the keyboard, it's annoying
Oh, well, now you
sometimes.
got your new keyboard.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, why don't you tell everyone about that?
Oh, my wonderful key move keyboard, 60% brown brown switches. Uh, they're hot swap switches, so you can change them out if you need to. It has Bluetooth in it. It's also Mac compatible for anybody that has a Mac. I like
Not
it.
sponsored, by the
Yeah,
way.
not sponsored. I did have to do some customizing. I clipped the stabilizers on it and greased them to kind of bring the sound down a little bit, dampen it. I also put O-rings inside the keycaps. So next time I see you, I'll bring the extra O-rings I have. You can put them in your keycaps. It kind of
Awesome.
dampens it a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah. So I picked up one as well after trying it, and yeah, I just wanted to customize it. That's really the only reason why I bought it.
Yeah, that's a lot of the keyboard customization has become a big thing in the enthusiast area, and I came across it. There's a guy called Bad Seed Tech on YouTube. Great videos, like such high quality, and his voice is like super deep, and he sounds all gritty. But he's a cool guy, and he's been doing the whole custom keyboard thing, and he actually built one from scratch. He actually soldered the switches in and everything. Got custom keycaps, all that. Because there's a bunch of keyboard websites for keyboard parts, like Novel Keys, um, KBD Fans. There's a bunch of websites. I took the easy way out and just ordered stuff from Amazon. But
Most convenient.
yeah, eventually I'll end up probably getting some stuff from those sites to kind of customize a little bit more. I put rubber keycaps on mine too, which helps. It's a little bit of grip on it. Helps with FPS, so it's not too bad. It's pretty good. Pretty good keyboard.
Yeah,
But
I just made mine look old.
They actually have there's like DMG keycaps that they released that look like the old Game Boy.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and that's been a thing people have been doing. I think I'm a cutie pie. There's a guy called Teha Types, and he builds keyboards for people. And he built a keyboard for I'm a Cutie Pie, and it was like Game Boy Color themed. So it had like a clear purple casing, and then he had the DMG keycaps that he was gonna put on. So it was like old school Game Boy themed, which is pretty cool.
Gotcha.
It's a cool
Yeah, that's
concept.
cool.
It lets you do a lot of different things, and it lets you make the keyboard yours. Especially too, I wasn't using a mechanical keyboard before. I was just using a regular Steel Series Apex. They call them hybrid keys, but they're not mechanical. They did what they had to do. I won games with them, but I wanted to upgrade. 60% is great too because it takes up like no room on the desk. So,
Yeah, I'm getting used to the whole layout. I'm liking it.
and hopefully people like our audio. We both got new Shure microphones.
Yeah, the presidential.
Yeah, presidential SM57. Not the SM7B. We don't have money like that, everybody. And this podcast just started. We're 2 episodes in. I don't have that kind of money. I got like 7 cents in my account from podcasting.
And trust me, the difference in the microphones isn't that big of a deal.
Yeah, I don't see it as that big. That's why I was doing the research. They both have the same capsules and everything, so I get good enough sound off of it. You get something a little bit smoother with a little more bass from the SM7B, but I mean my voice is kind of deep already, so I don't really need a ton of bass. And my interface lets me add a little bit of bass and treble to it too, so it works. Drinking my coffee out of my Deadpool mug.
Oh yeah, what kind of coffee you got?
I have Cafe Bustelo, Colombia.
Not sponsored,
Not
by the
sponsored.
way.
Not sponsored. If I got sponsored by Cafe Bustelo, I would be very happy. Just send me a bunch of coffee to my door. Yeah, this is a new one because I was drinking the espresso one. That one was good, but this one is just a different type of flavor to it. I don't know. It's very nice though. Very nice. All right, on to the next story. A bunch of Pokemon news because all the Pokemon press conferences were coming out the past 2 weeks, and they talked about the expansions and Sword and Shield. But more importantly, the new Pokemon Snap was announced, and I can't wait for the new Pokemon Snap. I'm actually pretty excited. I'm happy. It's gonna be a good game to have on Switch, especially a Switch Lite, because you could just be anywhere and just open up Pokemon Snap and start taking pictures of Pokemon. It's pretty cool.
Oh yeah, I was gonna comment on you know, AR. What is that called again?
Oh,
It's I forget what does it stand for. Uh, augmented reality.
yeah.
That's what it is. So I was gonna comment on that. I forgot. Switch doesn't have any cameras.
Oh, yeah.
That's a big missed opportunity right there.
Well, I thought they were gonna originally with everything about Pokemon Snap. I would have thought they would have made it into a mobile thing
Yeah.
because there's so many mobile apps that they keep releasing. They just released Pokemon Cafe, and then Pokemon Go is still going on. I just searched for Pokemon apps in Android, and there's so many that were made by Pokemon Company. It's crazy. So you would have thought, okay, they'll make like a mobile app. But I mean, I'm fine with it just being on Switch. But also, it's done by Bandai Namco, so it's gonna have some pretty good graphics in it.
And then they throw some Bandai Namco characters into there.
You just you see Kazuya from Tekken
Yeah.
just uppercutting a Pikachu.
Oh well, I had what you call it? I had sent you the picture of the arcade game, Arcade Mario Kart, where they had the little sushi guy. I
Yeah,
forget what his name is, but they had him in the game.
gotta have sushi guys.
Possibilities.
Possibilities.
A sushi guy in what you call it? Smash Bros.
You see some anime characters, Naruto in the background, DBZ, Goku flying in the background. That would be a cool Easter egg. They do something like that. See, that's I'm surprised that there's no Bandai Namco characters in Smash Bros. When they're the ones that produced the game.
No, there's Pac-Man. What do you mean?
Oh, oh, I forgot. I forgot. And there's a Space Invaders trophy.
Yep. There you go. That's all that you need.
Whatever. They have so many licenses to characters. Thinking Goku. You have like every anime you could think of. They have a license to it, and then they put just Pac-Man, and that's it. You have Tekken characters. You could have put Tekken. Tag Tournament 2 was on Wii U. You could put
I
Tekken
had
characters in
no
it.
idea about that.
Yeah.
I never knew that.
Yeah, it was on Wii U. And so you could put Tekken characters in there. I think that would be interesting. And they already have the licensing. It's not like you have to make an agreement with somebody. They're helping you make the game. They already have Terry Bogard. They have Ryu. They have Ken. So add a Tekken character. We could have a well-rounded fighting game cast. Yeah, but this article that I have open too, they're saying that there were scrap levels from the original Pokemon Snap that they're gonna probably add into the game. So
I like that. It's a good idea.
yeah, that'll be interesting. I have my giant turtle guy right here. He's the picture that I'm looking at right now from Ruby and Sapphire. He was the
Blastoise.
no,
Oh
not
no.
Blastoise. He's the final
Turtle
evolution
guy.
for yeah,
Oh yeah, it's Turtwig. Turtwig's
yeah, Turtwig's final form. His true form. Ultra Instinct Turtwig. Oh, have you
no.
seen the Zero videos with the random like Smash Bros. Clone games that he plays with his
Oh
editors?
yeah, I saw one of them.
Ultra
Yeah.
Instinct Ronald McDonald.
Yeah.
I was cracking up the one day, and Andres is like, "What are you laughing at so hard?" I said, "I didn't expect it." Oh, it was So they all picked Ronald McDonald. One of them had regular Ronald. One had Ultra Instinct, or no, they had Super Ronald, Ultra Instinct Ronald, and they had Cosmic Ronald McDonald. And then the game just broke. It literally
I gotta
broke.
find what game that is.
And then Zero got scared and he jumped up and he said, "Oh my god, I thought I got a virus on my computer." Because it just went, and then there was like an X on the screen. He started panicking. And then it went into the winner's screen.
That's
And it
great.
was like they were like all winners or something like that. It was a mess. It was so funny though. I didn't expect it, so I was just laughing so hard. Let's see. Oh yeah, the next Pokemon story. Pokemon Unite. Now, I know we're both going to have a lot of thoughts on this one, which is why I pushed it closer to the end. Because our favorite company, Tencent, is in charge of producing it.
Yes. Take all my money.
Tencent's taking over.
Microtransactions. Let's go.
Don't they have like they have part in Blizzard too, right?
They own League of Legends.
So
They
they own League of
yeah.
Legends. They have some part in Blizzard. They make like a ton of stinking mobile games, especially in
Oh,
China.
you know what it was with Blizzard? They were gonna make that Diablo mobile game.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, so I'm
Diablo
not sure if they're
Immortal.
still involved. Yeah, rest in peace, Diablo Immortal. So I don't know if they still have stake in Blizzard, but yeah,
I think when
awful.
I think one of the main reasons people got so mad at the Diablo Immortal one was they really just put a Diablo skin on a game that they had out already. You didn't even try and build a game from the ground up. They said, this looks good. We'll just roll with this. I didn't know. I was reading this article, and they have a hand in developing Call of Duty Mobile.
Ah, okay.
I didn't know that. So technically, they do have a hand in Blizzard still, because it's Activision Blizzard. So
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, Call of Duty is a part of that wonderful machine. So it's another MOBA for us to get angry at. Pokemon Unite, the greatest MOBA in the world.
Yeah, there was a game on cartoonnetwork.com that I used to play back in like 2015, 2016, and it reminds me so much of that. I gotta find out what game that was, but it was like a MOBA and you could play as like Adventure Time characters. And when I saw the graphics of this new Pokemon MOBA, I was like, that's exactly what it looks like.
I think I remember you playing that.
Yeah.
Yeah, 5v5. Pokemon Company teaming up with Tencent. I mean, it would
I
be
mean,
interesting.
yeah, I just want to comment on everyone that's getting really upset about it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so, Pokemon Sword and Shield came out not that long ago, actually. And honestly, that's the one main thing that I miss about having a Switch is playing that one game.
Yeah.
And there's so much replayability in that game. And they are actively putting out DLC for it. So I don't know what it is with people, whether it's people asking for Phantasy Star Online 3, you know. Uh, I even sort of feel this way about Diablo. I still love Diablo 3. So when people were asking for Diablo 4, I had my hands in there. I was like, what's going on? Like, these games, the replayability factor is there. I don't understand why everyone wants to throw away a game that works and introduce a new one. So, when they do make remakes, do I feel it should be anytime soon? No, I feel like Pokemon Sword and Shield has a good year and a half to 2 years left in it. So, I mean, that's just my take. You know, people can disagree with me, but it's just like so absurd to me.
Yeah, my thing is, I mean, I never liked that Pokemon became a yearly thing to begin with.
Hmm.
It kind of takes the fun out of it. I mean, it made sense back in the day when things were cartridge based, cuz you can only go so far. You make it to the Elite 4, you catch as many Pokemon as you can. And sometimes people just like only certain Pokemon. They don't want to catch every single Pokemon.
Yeah, and even
So,
at that point, I think it was 3 years apart from each other. So like red and blue was like 97, and then gold and silver was like 2000,
yeah.
and then ruby sapphire was like 2004, diamond and pearl was like 2007. So
Yeah, and they
those games had 3 year spans.
yeah.
Why shouldn't sword and shield?
And they would have a stopgap in between. They would have the platinums or the crystals or
Yeah,
the yellows, which brought something a little bit extra to the table. Like Emerald, you had the battle tower that got added into it. Platinum, you had what was it like that reverse world that they threw
yeah,
into it. Um, Yellow, you had that you can walk around with Pikachu and you had to take care of Pikachu. But then after that, after Pearl and Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum, it kind of just fell off, and they started doing just black and white, and then they had black and white too. But the games weren't that different. It was very similar. They just expanded the world a little bit. But then it made you think like, why did I buy the first one if the second one came out and it's the same thing just with a little bit more content inside of it? But I think now with DLC and expansions and this and that and the other thing, I think it you should just have the one set of games, maybe release a third one, and then just have DLC of different areas after that and kind of expand it that way. It'll be like, oh, this is the ruby and sapphire. You know, you can go to the, what was it, the Hoenn region
Yeah,
in that one. So now that DLC came out. Now you can travel to Hoenn and battle the gym leaders over there. That's all. That's the main thing Pokemon is going through the gym leaders and fighting your way through, getting all your badges. So expand it that you can play and get more badges. That was the thing everybody pretty much wanted, was to have that ability to actually travel and not just get those 8 badges and beat the Elite Four and that's it. Like, you want to be the Gary Oak, you know? You want to be the big shot.
oh yeah, he had more badges than existed.
Yeah, it was great. I was watching what was I watching? Oh, it was the podcast that I listened to, Trash Taste podcast. It's like an anime podcast. And they were like, when you're younger, you're like, yeah, I like Ash. She's going on a journey. But then you see Gary when you're older and you're like, no, I kind of relate with him. He was doing the things the right way. They were like, he was rolling up in a sports car. He had all the ladies. He had more than 8 badges when originally there was only 8 badges you could get. They said Gary was living the dream. He was trying to catch every Pokemon and get all the badges. But then you had Ash, who was just lollygagging. He was releasing his Butterfree and and his Charizard, and it was nothing like what the games were supposed to be.
Yeah,
And supposedly there's a challenge called the Ash Challenge where you play a game and you have to play exactly the way Ash like
that's funny.
went through the show. And they talked about it on the podcast, and I was like, "Oh yeah, that's interesting. I wouldn't do it. That would be a pain.
Yeah, no, I feel like the Pokemon community can never be satisfied. Like,
Their thirst can never be quenched. Leave them
yeah,
alone."
I mean, I'm huge into Pokemon, and it's like, whenever something happens, whether it's Let's Go Pikachu, Let's Go Eevee, they always want something more. Even when you put a perfect game on the table, like Sword and Shield, they say, "Oh, well, where's Diamond and Pearl remix?" It's like, what? You have this perfectly good game right here, and you want more and more and more.
Yeah. The only
It's
thing,
crazy.
the only thing I can ask for from the Pokemon games is to just graphics wise, I want them to just push the hardware to where it could be pushed. Like, because they hyped it up so much that, yeah, this is gonna be the first Pokemon game on a actual console. Like, you could play it on your TV and this, and that. But it ended up like a smoothed out version of the 3DS games. Like, I just wish they would have pushed it a little bit more. Like, now you'll look at Pokemon Snap and the graphics look amazing in it, and then it makes you think, like, why didn't they just push it a little bit and try and do that with Sword and Shield? Like,
I
they
mean,
could have did it, but I feel like they probably rushed the release a little bit because people were so hyped to get a new game on Switch. So it's like, yeah, the mechanics and everything are good, but they didn't push the graphical ability and things like that as far as what they could have.
at the same time, when you look at Breath of the Wild, you have certain scenes where the game like slows down immensely.
Yeah.
When you have a lot of grass on the screen or something like that. So I don't know. I mean, I didn't find it too much to be an issue. The fact that it had, or that Sword and Shield has, MMO sort of aspect to it. I mean, honestly, I love it. And, you know, whether it's Pokemon Snap or the MOBA, I mean, I'm down to try it. I feel like a lot more people are going to enjoy it. So, we'll see. I mean, Nintendo and Pokemon Company always find a way to take my money. So,
You're gonna buy all the loot boxes that they release with this.
yeah, I gotta get
They're gonna be
whatever the Mewtwo character or something that'll be
Pokeball
like
loot
super
boxes.
rare. Yeah,
I just hope they don't do what they did to League of Legends with all the, oh, you get the box and you got to get the key and you got to get the shards and then you collect these, and then you smush them together, and now you can unlock this one skin for this certain character that you don't own. So now you gotta buy the character, and then you can get the skin after that point. It's just like,
No, and they keep piling things on too. So they added the pets that you can have. They added that. There's just so much.
I
I
didn't
mean,
even
we
see the
just
pets thing.
yeah, and it's for the new game mode too, TFT.
Hmm.
So like you could have that little character walk around the screen. It's like, come on. You're just trying to get money wherever you can.
Trying to squeeze it.
Yep.
Oh, what was the meme? Oh, it was Elon Musk posted on Twitter, and he posted it was Rockstar ringing out Grand Theft Auto and a bunch of money coming out because they're just trying to wring all the money out of Grand Theft Auto 5. It's great. Yeah, but I'll play Pokemon Unite, especially because I have the two Switches. I have the one that's just hooked up to my setup, and then I have the Switch Lite. So
Oh yeah, you
I'll
gotta
play
sell
it.
one of those to me.
No, I will not. Because one is specifically for streaming because I can't stream from my Switch Lite. that's
Yeah,
that's the
it
only
actually
reason I
does make
got it.
sense to have the two switches.
Yeah, and the thing is, like, yeah, I like my Switch, but I always felt it was a little bit too big for me to carry around, especially practically. Yeah, I carry around a backpack, but I have a lot of other things in my backpack too. I just have a lot of tech. Like, I have my Kindle and I have my Switch and all that stuff. So it was just a lot trying to carry everything around. Yeah, it's cool to just be playing a game and then you pick it up and you take it with you. But a lot of times I don't do that. That's not how it works. There's games that I like to play portably and there's games that I like to play on a TV or on my monitors. So it just makes it easier that way. It is crazy that they're all sold out again though.
I'm telling you, could have been the best-selling game of all time.
And
I mean, the best-selling console of all time.
at that I saw a couple at Target a month ago. And I was like, "Oh, look, there's Switches here." And then I went like yesterday. No, 3 days ago, and there was none. There's just nothing. Yeah, I was like looking at the roster for Pokemon Unite, and I'm kind of
Oh
upset
yeah, I haven't seen it yet.
because there's no Eevee. So
Oh, is your favorite Pokemon in there Crobat?
no, he is not.
Oh, rip.
Crobat and Gliscor, two of my favorites, both bat-like Pokemon, and neither one of them are in there. I'm happy Crobat's in Shield now, so I might pick it up. My GameStop's open again, so I can pick things up now.
You and your physical copies. We
Yeah.
got to make that part of one of the podcasts coming up. Physical versus digital.
Yeah, we'll talk about that. Super Smash Bros. I have physical and digital, but it's just because of the whole authentication thing with the Switch. I would just rather have the physical one on my streaming setup, so I don't have to wait for it,
Yeah.
and then digital on my portable one because I never have to. I could just load it up whenever I want, so it works out good that way. Yeah, but I think this will be pretty cool. I'm looking forward to Pokemon Unite, and we'll see how it goes. And then we'll fall out of love with it like we did with League of Legends, and we'll be angry, and we'll rage quit.
I stuck with League for so long, despite how bad they were to me.
We gave it a chance, you know. You were there really early on. I was there semi early. We tried. I think the hard part was too, and Overwatch is kind of getting like this too. You get people who want so bad to play a certain position in the game. They're not good at the position. They don't know what they're doing in that position, but they want to play that position. And then everybody else pays for it. And then you just sit there and you just shake your head. Like I had a healer yesterday in Overwatch, didn't know how to heal, and all he did was start like trying to curse the rest of us out, and he didn't heal us. And we're like, yeah, we're just ignoring him. We're like, he's just talking crap.
Yeah.
It was just
And I
so
mean,
bad.
honestly, the games just get tired too. It's like, how many times can you play the same game modes over and over, only for it to be based off of, how your teammates do as opposed to how you do? So, I mean,
Yeah,
I know that that's why you like fighting games because you don't have to rely on anyone else.
yeah. That's all. Like depending which fighting game you play, all of them take skill. You need to practice a lot, but a lot of it is like your own reaction time and analyzing and learning from what's going on. And the problem is with playing on these teams, you have people that'll play and they're not learning. Some of them are just so focused on their own personal stats. They're not worried about winning the game, which is the most important part. Like the one guy, his DP was not very good, and all he kept saying was, "Yeah, but I have gold damage. I have gold damage." I don't care if you have gold damage. You're not sticking to the objective. You're just trying to kill as many people as possible. That's not the point of the game. It's not Call of Duty, it's Overwatch. There's a difference. And even in Call of Duty, like people get so caught up on the KD, and that's not the main point of it. It's frustrating. Team play in a lot of esport related games is very irking. That's why I like constructing a team. Like if I know some people and I play with them, then it usually goes over pretty well. Like when me, you, and Liz play, or I was playing with some friends from a Discord group that I'm in, and the one guy's gold. The other girl just started, but she used to play on PS4, so we started playing PC, and we were winning most of our games just because we knew how to play the game. And but then when we had bad DP, it was just so bad. So you had like two of us playing tank and one person playing healer, and then our DP would come in and just get melted the whole time because they decide that they want to play a position that or a character that they shouldn't be playing in a certain map. I
Well, let's hope that Pokemon Unite doesn't have roles.
think ban the character.
Let everyone be free.
Yeah, that's. I wish Overwatch was like that because there's times that I could be a soldier and I can heal better than the healers heal while also getting DP in. And it's like I could kill two birds with one stone, but because they put that roll queue in, it messed everything up so bad. I feel like I'm now. Do you feel like you lose worse now that there's roll queue than you did back when it was just free pick?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, like, the thing is that again, yeah, you could, pick up a role that you're lacking in if, there are no role cues. Whereas now, it's if your healer isn't healing well enough, you can't switch to healer to back it up. And if your tank isn't tanking well, you can't switch to tank. So, I
Yeah,
mean, they are sort of. If you go into the arcade game mode, they have an open queue and
yeah,
do extremely well in it. So, yeah,
yeah. I prefer the open queue. I feel like what Blizzard's trying to do with Overwatch is they're trying to put characters in that double in certain roles. Like Sigma is a very DP heavy tank, just like a diva, but he does a little more damage than she does with his orbs. But it's all a matter of like actually hitting the target. If you don't hit the people, you're not doing enough damage because he has like the ricochet. And
yeah,
then they have like Moira. They put Moira in healer, and she does DP and healing. But then you have people with Moira who focus too much on healing or focus too much on DP. They don't know how to do both. Like I got two gold medals. I had like 29 eliminations and like I think like 10 deaths or something like that and like some ridiculous amount of healing and like high objective time. and we still lost. But I had everything balanced on Moira. That's why when you told me yesterday they might change her, I was like upset. I'm like, no, I'm good with her. I know what I'm doing.
Yeah, that's the thing. She's like the easiest character to learn and play well.
Yeah, she's so well rounded. Well, you say she's easy, easy to play well with, but I was playing with some people. I don't know about that one. You would think they never played Overwatch before the way that they were playing. All right, next topic is Mixer. Everyone's favorite. Microsoft shutting down Mixer, the platform that I was formerly a part of for almost a year. But I could kind of tell that it wasn't gonna last. It wasn't looking good from the start. It was a little rusty with what Microsoft was trying to do. There was not good advertisement either. They didn't market Mixer very well. So and a lot of people didn't know what Mixer was. I would share it on Facebook and everybody's like, "What's Mixer?" Everyone knew what Twitch was, but I would put Mixer and nobody knew what Mixer was. Like that's bad.
Yeah, I mean, I've been streaming on Twitch for, or I was streaming on Twitch for a good amount of time. I think it was like 2017 to 2019. And it's just, it's so sad to say that you have monopolies in these situations that they work well. So there's not really anything you can do about it. So, Amazon is good at selling stuff. You go to Amazon. YouTube has everyone posting to it. You go to YouTube. So it's just one of those things that it's difficult to compete with. I mean, YouTube has the best shot right now at taking down Twitch. It's just the interface just isn't made for live streaming.
Yeah. Yeah, I liked the way Mixer was set up. I felt like it was pretty smooth to get started and like try and monetize yourself and go through all those channels. But I just felt like I was sitting there. First off, there wasn't enough people on the platform. So here you have people everywhere. And no matter what you stream, you can at least get a flow of a couple people in and out. Like I think my streams, whenever I stream, I get at least 6 people coming in and out. I haven't hit that concurrent viewer mark yet of 3, concurrent viewers, but I still have a influx of different people. I didn't have that with Mixer. You get like one person watching and then they get off and then that's it. And then I'm streaming to 0 people. At the very least, I have one person sitting watching my channel from time to time on Twitch. Like, I couldn't even get one on Mixer. It was so bad. And then on top of that, now Microsoft is saying they're going to back Facebook gaming. So we'll see how
Oh
that
yeah.
goes.
People didn't like that. They were like, out of all things you do, you go to Facebook gaming, which I kind of wonder what the deal was with that. I wonder how much money Zuckerberg gave Bill Gates to be like, hey, bring it over here.
He said, "Hey Billy, come here." But they were saying this has a lot to do with the Xbox Series X because they said the Facebook gaming fit the platform that they wanted to push on the new Xbox. So that's why they ended up deciding on backing Facebook gaming rather than sticking with Mixer. And I think too the thing is it's just one less thing for Microsoft to worry about while they're working on the Series X and getting everything done. And they're probably working on a new Windows Windows 11, Windows 10 and a half or something like that. They must be working on more things behind the scenes that made them think, "Hey, this isn't going where we thought it was going to go. We'll just back this thing that has been around already and work from there." Especially because their growth, if you looked at their charts, their growth was horrible compared to every other streaming platform.
Oh yeah, I think I was watching Rich of Review Tech USA,
Yeah.
and he was talking about that.
Rich.
Shouts out to the cucumber guy.
Yeah, but
But
I don't know
no,
about the move. Facebook's not looking too great either. Cause did you hear Coca-Cola's backing out of advertisements on Facebook for now?
I didn't even know that Coca-Cola had ads on
Yup,
Facebook.
they have. They work with ads through Facebook and probably some other, maybe Facebook gaming and stuff too. But supposedly it was like, billions of dollars in revenue that Zuckerberg's not going to get because they pulled advertisements. And that's just one advertiser. Supposedly other advertisers are thinking of doing it because they were complaining about hate speech and the way that Facebook censors things, and they're not censoring things equally across the board. So a lot of advertisers are pulling uh, their ads from Facebook, which is going to hit them, pretty hard. That's how Facebook makes money. Like there's so many people on Facebook, millions and millions and millions of people, and then there's just a crap ton of ads all over the place all the time.
Yeah. Well, I guess that's the good thing is that they have so many people that put ads on Facebook that just Coca-Cola dropping out probably isn't going to do too much.
Yeah.
But cancel culture, baby. We'll
Yep.
see.
It's the big thing. It's hitting everybody. Especially the FGC's been hit a lot. Me in the fighting game community. And I think the thing that bothers me, a lot of stuff is just so far from the past, and they're like, cancel. Cancel, cancel, cancel. It's like, oh no. Everything's going to be gone soon. And then on that topic, we have Dr. Disrespect being banned, permabanned from Twitch. And no one knows why. The biggest mystery. I came across it last night. I was just like, going through articles, and all of a sudden it just popped up, and I was like, what is this? And the thing was, he just signed like, what was it, like a multi-million-dollar deal with Twitch, and then all of a sudden, bam, permabanned. It's just crazy. And then people are saying they know things about it, but they can't say anything, and people thought it was a copyright DMCA, that takedown, but then people came out and said no, that's not the case. It's something more serious than that. So I just wonder what it is.
Yeah, I don't know if you saw the video of him before he closed out his last
Yeah,
stream.
yeah. I was gonna ask you about that if you watched it.
Yeah, that was crazy.
It's so creepy. It just gives you this eerie feeling. And just the way he was just like, telling everybody, oh, everything's gonna be alright, everything's gonna be alright. And then he's just like, he was just so out of it watching his Roblox video.
Yeah. No, if it does have something to do with cancel culture and something that's just accusation, and that they'll go that far in permanently banning someone just off of an accusation. I mean, they have to have proof. There's
Yeah.
no way they could do that without proof. So, I mean, we'll see, but Twitch is gonna be in trouble. I mean, maybe, maybe not, because you have two extremes on Twitch. You have the ultra left wing, you know, trans activists. You got a ton of people that are in speed running or transgender, part of the LGBT community. And then on the complete opposite other end, you have gamers that are, in that far right mindset where, they feel like whatever goes on in the left is completely unacceptable. So, I mean, we'll see.
Yep.
Because I don't think Twitch can live off of just having, you know, left wing people on their platform. And they can't survive just having right wing people on their platform. So,
Exactly. That's why they need more people like me who are down the middle. Okay? But not fence sitting down the middle like some people are.
not a drama stream, by the way.
Exactly, not a drama stream. Let's go right into the news. You
Yeah,
told me I look like Keemstar yesterday.
you did with the beard. It was so gnomy.
No, his beard is much more pointy than mine's is. Okay. I haven't sharpened mine's lately. Yeah, but it's crazy. Like, I just wonder what happened. Some people are saying maybe it's like a legal thing, or maybe he was talking to other sponsors behind the back. But then some things like, let me see, one of these articles I had up, they were saying like G Fuel even pulled all his images and stuff off the website. Like,
Yeah, someone had made a comment about the fact that he may not be able to stream on other platforms.
yeah, I heard
And
that one too.
I was pretty surprised by that because he would be huge on YouTube. He even has
Yeah,
the red and black aesthetic to match YouTube. But
yeah, he
yeah,
has millions of followers on YouTube.
yeah, it's so we'll see. I mean, I'm hoping he can stream on YouTube. I'd probably watch him if he streamed on YouTube
Yeah, I would probably watch that. But
because like I'm constantly on YouTube. So if I ever see someone live streaming that I know of, so shouts out to Almighty Tevin by the way. I always watch his streams. You know, YouTube has actually he got banned off of YouTube. So I can't talk too much on that. But when you just see someone that you know with the little streaming tab on YouTube,
yeah,
you want to join in on it. You know,
yeah.
it's a good time.
And even PewDiePie's huge, and he still gets so many people
Yeah,
like popping
and
in. Like
that's
it's
why I don't use Twitch is because I'm constantly on YouTube. There's no reason for me to go onto another platform, you know, so that I could search out some type of content. In YouTube, it's just all in one place.
yeah,
Might not be the best thing, but yeah.
yeah, monopolies. Google.
Yep.
We love you, Google. Don't hurt us.
Our
Our
overlords.
overlords. And Jeff Bezos. We love you too. Don't worry. Uh,
Yep.
we're
Keep
streaming on
sending my
Twitch right now.
packages.
We love you, Jeff. No, but yeah, there's just so much. Like, I mainly use Twitch if like one of my friends is streaming, just to support them, give them a few viewers and stuff like that. But I don't really watch people like I used to. Even Doctor Disrespect, I subscribe to him on YouTube. I don't even follow him on Twitch, which is pretty funny because he's a Twitch streamer, but I follow him on YouTube. Cause he clips it and he clips and puts everything on YouTube, and that's where I would watch him.
That's what you gotta do. Start making clips of the podcast.
You have me disappearing right now because you can you can barely see me. I'm like vanishing with the green screen. All
Yeah,
these
you gotta
wonderful clips.
put a bunch of MS Paint drawings and then just put the audio
I'm
on
gonna
top of that.
I'm gonna just put a picture of my green screen and people can insert whatever they want.
Yeah, there you go.
That's gonna be my thing. I'm just gonna make myself big version of me instead of me small in the corner. Yeah, but you know that vinyl pop figure of Doctor Disrespect? It's so funny. I sent that to you the other day, and then I go and I look, and he's thinking Permaban.
Yeah. Yep.
They actually pulled the figure from the website, so
Really?
I might stop at my local Target and pick it up because you never know, it might be
Yeah.
rare.
Pick me up one if you find it.
No matter what he did, it's gonna be rare.
Yep.
Unless, but people are saying too, this could be a publicity stunt, because supposedly he had a TV show he was working on, and there's also a bunch of other stuff, and people were like, "Man, I'd be really mad if this is just all a publicity stunt." It'd be
I
very
mean,
interesting.
I feel like people are way too quick to jump to that whole thing. Like
Yeah,
when XXX Tentacion got killed, and people were like, "Oh, he faked his death for a publicity stunt."
yeah.
It's like
Or poor
I don't
Etika.
know.
Everybody was like,
I
"Oh
know,
no,
yeah.
it's probably." It's like, no, that was terrible. R.I.P. Etika. The anniversary of his death just passed. Actually, it was
There
like
you go.
last week or something.
Joy-Con boys.
Yeah, Joy-Con boys for life.
Yep. I
That
mean,
hit
that's
me. I
one of
was at work.
our YouTube streamers. You know, he did great on YouTube.
Yeah, I was replacing cameras at my job and in a parking garage, and it was like 100 degrees outside, and then I got an alert on my phone, and I was like, oh crap, like what the heck? It was crazy. Yeah, but we'll see what happens. By how distraught he was though, like I don't know what it could be from what was at the end of his stream. It's crazy.
Yeah, and his wife had made that statement as well. So
Yeah. So
we'll see.
it's a matter of time. Come out eventually, maybe. All the major news guys still don't have information. Rich from Review Tech said he got some information, but he didn't want to release it because he said it's if it's not true, it could be pretty bad. So he wants to wait until like something officially comes out before he says anything.
Yeah, yeah.
So that makes me think too. It's like, oh my god, like what the heck happened? It's like, how bad was it? Like, what was going on? But we'll find out one day. It's pretty crazy though, because usually like news stories, something comes out and automatically you hear basically everything that happened. And this happened,
Yeah.
and it's just like nothing. It's just radio silence.
I guess with the internet too, it's like you always get rumors. So
Yeah. Like the rumor of oh, it has to do with when he cheated on his wife a couple
I
years
know
ago.
it's so absurd.
Supposedly it's some female streamer or something, and I was like, yeah, no, that's if that was the case, there would be like there'd be riots outside of Twitch because of this. Like, it'd be so bad. Yo, he's sponsored by G Fuel. I'm not a fan of G Fuel. Just saying.
Well, now
Not
G Fuel
sponsored.
has nobody.
No,
They don't have Keemstar. They don't have Doctor Disrespect. That's it. G Fuel's out of business.
yeah, it's all the random people. That's crazy. Just took them right off. G Fuel doesn't taste very good anyway. Has a very medicine taste. Like it leaves a bad aftertaste in your mouth. I tried that Sneak energy drink. That was pretty good. The aftertaste isn't really, bad. It's like a little bit of an aftertaste, but the other stuff is pretty bad. Magic Moose, welcome. You came right at the end. The podcast is almost over. We're gonna be wrapping it up soon. But
How many hours do we got?
oh, we got an hour.
Oh,
We
okay.
made good time. We made pretty good time with the little topics that we had. But that's why I was saying I'll probably do this every other week. Get a get a good round of topics put together, and then just come back and post some stuff.
And then once we start making the big money, we start doing it every day.
Yeah, every single day a podcast. Now we'll probably only do like once a week. Magic Moose is asking how PSO is treating me and you. Well, it's treating me pretty good. I got my kimono finally and my katana. So, I'm pretty happy. I'm pretty weeb right now. And yeah, I made the move for Mixer right on time. I was just talking about that, saying I could smell that it was meeting its end very soon. So how's PSO treating you, my brother?
Uh, no, I probably have like 350 hours.
Only
I put
350 hours? That's it?
just only 350. And then I'm back at work too, so it's like I gotta find whatever time period I can. As soon as I get out of work, log on to PSO2. Make sure I do my daily missions, get my Meseta. But I love it. It's so amazing. Like I can't see it dying. Like the fact that League hasn't died and it's been around since 2009, PSO2 in America, I feel like it'll last a while.
And for anyone unsure who listens to this podcast, PSO is Fantasy Star Online. Just so you guys know. Some people
Another
might
Sega
not be hip to it.
masterpiece.
Another Sega Master. Yeah, sure. Uh,
We love Sega.
Magic Moose got his bouncer to 75, and then he stopped. I'm at
uh,
44 right now, and my subclass bouncer is at 20. So I'm still working.
yeah, the urgent quest. That's what always brings me back. It's like I feel like if I don't participate in these raids that they have, that like I'm failing my people.
You failing your duty as a PSO player.
Yep.
Magic Moose says PSO has died many times, but it's like the Undertaker. It always comes back. And that's
Yeah.
very true. You can't kill it. You can't kill it because it's already dead.
It hits me. It just hits me in the nostalgia. That's why I love playing it so much. I'm a sucker for nostalgia. That's why every single thing that I'm interested in has something to do with something I was into in the past, whether it's Pokemon, PSO, anything Sega, Sonic, all that stuff, old computers. All my hobbies are based off of that.
Yeah. Yeah, it's good stuff. I like it. I'm enjoying it every now and again when I get on. But like I say, I always go back to Overwatch and playing Overwatch. Just 'cause, I don't know, something with Overwatch just clicks with me. I like playing it.
It has a good aesthetic.
Yeah, except competitive mode. Then I get mad. But I need my gold hammer for Reinhardt, so I gotta keep it going. Magic Moose is waiting for Overwatch 2. I think everybody's waiting for Overwatch 2.
I still can't
I,
believe
I
that they named it Overwatch 2.
Why not? Hey, look, Fortnite named their new thing Fortnite Season 2. And
It
all
was
they did was,
Chapter 2.
yeah,
Chapter
oh,
2.
Chapter 2. I'm sorry.
That's
Oh.
better. Because it feels so much like the meme. Like, when does Despacito 2 come out? Like, that's what it feels like when you say Overwatch 2. It's like, why would there be an Overwatch 2?
Because they picked up Sony's naming convention. They said, you know what? We're just going to go in order. What comes after the PS4? The PS5. It just works. Magic Moose comes with the suggestion of Overwatch Second Watch.
There you go. Just the name Second Watch.
Yeah,
2NDWATCH.
it sounds better, but this is Blizzard we're talking about here. Every Diablo, Diablo 1, 2, and 3.
I know. That's
They put all their efforts into World of Warcraft. That's what happened. They said, you know what? After Warcraft 3, that's it. We're going to have cool names for every expansion. And then Overwatch came out and they said, number 2. That's good enough. That's good
well,
enough for
I
it.
guess the next one after that will just be Overwatch 3.
Yeah, why not?
It's like the Rocky naming scheme.
Yeah,
Rocky 1, 2, 3, and 4, and then Rocky Balboa.
Overwatch Balboa.
Yeah.
And that'll be the next one. The next great hit that everybody's waiting for. Overwatch Third Watch. And then Fourth Watch. And then Overwatch Japanese Movement Watch. Great naming conventions. Yeah, but I like Overwatch every now and again. It's in a custom taste. People keep trying to get me to play Fortnite, but I can't do it. I just can't. It's too much.
Fortnite, the video game for babies.
It's not for me.
I
My
love when people say that for babies. It's like,
No, when I hear
get a little skilled.
I hear my stepson playing it, and I'm like, I said if I was playing and I heard him on the other end of the microphone, I'd be very upset because all I hear is a little kid on the other side.
Yeah.
Seriously, but when you play Overwatch, it's mainly grown people you hear playing Overwatch. And then you play Call of Duty Modern Warfare, and it's a bunch of 11-year-olds.
Yeah.
And then they're just cursing everybody out. It's like, what is wrong with you? Where's your parents? How'd you get a hold of this game? It's hilarious. That's good stuff. Yeah, but I think that's the end of episode 2 for tonight. I'm gonna spend some time editing this, and I'll get it out on the on Spotify, my Anchor app, and it'll be on Google Podcasts. So if anybody wants to check it out, you can check it out there. Uh, I'll see you guys in 2 weeks for episode 3. We'll see what news comes up, and we'll see what we talk about then. But it's been fun, everybody.
Yup. Thanks everyone for listening. I love you.
Have a good night, everybody.